So how do you buy a home in today's market and lock in that 5.5% interest rate? There is a lot of people that's sitting on the fence right now. They keep hearing the interest rates are too high, and they are. It's not a great time to buy. I'm going to argue that that's debatable. It depends. But I understand the hesitation. Here's what most people don't realize. Even in today's market, buyers are still able to lock in those 5.5% interest rate ranges or even lower. And I'll explain here, right? So last week I was talking to a colleague, a friend of mine, another realtor in Texas. She had closed 2 deals recently. One of them was at a 5.875, and the other one, believe it or not, was in the high 4% range. So how exactly did they do that? They did that through something called a seller paid buy down, which works on a FHA loan and conventional. Now this isn't some sales gimmick. It is a legitimate financing strategy where the seller contributes money at the closing table to lower your interest rate, and sometimes for the entire life of the loan. And here's why that matters today in today's market. There are homes out there that's been sitting on the market for 6 months, 8 months, 12 months. And many of those sellers, they've already dropped their price several times, and they seem to be much more open for negotiation. So what does that do? That gives buyers leverage. And when you use that leverage in the right way, it can completely change your monthly payment. So think of it like this. When you go and buy a car, right, you see that sticker price. That's usually just a starting point. The real deal comes in knowing how to structure the deal. Real estate's kind of the same way. You just need the right structure behind the purchase. So that's where the strategy turns into big savings. So this is the kind of strategy that I can help you with. It's not about waiting, even though it'd be great, waiting for the rates to drop. It's about using today's market that exists today to your advantage. And I can help you find those sellers that are motivated. I can connect you with the right lenders that have the most flexible programs and how to structure the deals to make sense for your goals and for your family to save you the most amount of money. And also I want you to understand this. Even I was confused about this. There's a huge misunderstanding about these feds cutting rates. This is more about short-term debt like credit cards and car loans. This is not about long-term debt such as your mortgage. So if you've been waiting, hoping the rates will fall, unfortunately, here's a reality, at least as of now. The best opportunities are now while these sellers are willing to give a lot more to get their home sold. So right now, there are smart buyers out there stepping in, using creative financing and walking away with payments that totally make sense, and also equity that's already growing. If you want to see how that could work for you, reach out. I'd be glad to show you the options, the numbers, and what it really takes to buy smart and not buy scared in today's market. My name is Brandon Browning. I'm with Keller Williams Realty Premier Partners, and I'll see you next time.